Hello, hello! I didn't expect to get another speedrun out so soon, but here we are. The bottled embers and insignia. The embers I could live without, the insignia, yeah, that's fine. Selling the werewolf and taking the sword. I'm kind of experimenting with taking sword when I see him, just because if you're not starting with Mage's Necklace or Thief Armor, you're kind of just using your basic attack with Skull to cleave through the big packs of enemies. And Sword kind of has pretty much a similar, if not identical, basic attack, but he can cause bleed, and Sawblade hits more than just one enemy like Skull's head toss does, so I figure he might be a better room cleaver from the start than just breaking both skulls immediately. And I'm only really missing out on five fragments in the beginning, which, I mean, if I get a replacement, I'm still keeping those fragments anyway, so there's nothing really lost. You can see the Sawblade doing a bit of work here, and against these enemies you'll see I think the bleed shows its strength a little bit more. This would be especially good if you start with something like the explosive ointment that has swamp on it, or anything that can cause swamp poison, because then you've got two status effects stacking up, and swamp has an explosion AoE cleave component. I do not have swamp right now, but that's just an idea for the future. Taking care of all these guys. Yes, I didn't expect to get this run out so soon, just after the last one that I posted, but sometimes magical things happen when you least expect them, as we'll see soon enough. Grab the Ring of Wind here, move into the shop. Grab the Ceremonial Dagger. Ceremonial Dagger has 5% crit on it, has the effect when you land a critical hit, it increases your magic damage by 55% for a few seconds. Very good item. Coming into the first adventurer fight, taking on Sword Boy with my Sword Boy, get that bleed on him, get those skull tosses. He's trying to do his ultimate attack, swap to sword, Sword Blade, break him immediately, and finish him off and get that health back. Fantastic. And here he is, Grim Reaper, the big man himself. The run is on! Sentence and Harvest. Pretty good moveset, pretty good moveset. I've debated between whether or not the Death by Fire or Sentence is better. But I mean, Sentence moves you along, so I guess Sentence is still good, right? It's the speedrunning ability. But in all seriousness, pretty much any variation of Reaper is really, really good for speedrunning. As you can see, when he kills enemies, he summons the Will-O-Wisps, these little purple orbs that are just seeking all over the screen and obliterating enemies really, really quickly. And if you saw before, just going back to it while I'm killing all these enemies, against the Adventurer, I was getting hit a bunch, just face-tanking some abilities. That goes back to what I've said where I think... oh, just a second. Grab the Ancient Incense Burner. That halves the cooldown of Quintessences. That's kind of like a future plan in case I get a really good Quintessence, which hopefully we do, you know? I'm not trying to reveal anything now, but hopefully we do. But yeah, I take damage as a way of trading for time. I'd rather... Oh, Master Fighter. I forgot about Master Fighter. That's 70% damage when there's 2 or less enemies nearby. That's basically the boss-killing item. Now, can I finish what I was saying? I'm taking damage because at this point in time, life is just a resource to me. If I spend too much time dodging and avoiding attacks, it's just wasting time. I'm most likely going to get life back from either health drops. It takes a microsecond to grab food in the shop, and yes, that does take away from gold, but if you've got a good run going, then hopefully you won't have to spend too much gold, and a lot of your items will come from drops instead. But yeah, that's just me choosing to get hit more than I probably should, to be honest. In the Yggdrasil fight, that big damage coming from Harvest and Sentence right there, knocking out Yggdrasil's first phase. Just trying to move through this quickly. I could have saved Reaper's abilities for second phase, but I figure he's going to most likely get at least one of his cooldowns back, and I can use his swap ability, so why not? Let's just go in big on Yggdrasil here. Under 5 minutes. That's just a little over 4 minutes for a Yggdrasil kill. Very fast. We have Wind Spirit Sylphid and a big Health Orb. Sylphid's not bad. Sylphid is pretty good as far as spirits are concerned. Not the best, not the worst. I don't know what was happening here, but the traps weren't triggering for Reaper. Is this a new thing or not? I've never noticed that Reaper is not triggering floor traps. Like, is he legit hovering and that's the reason why? If so, that's badass. I've never noticed that. But destroying the hunter there, still collecting bone fragments. At this point, if I got something like the Mage's Necklace and Mana Bone, I definitely could keep Little Skull the entire time. But as you saw, Alchemist shows up, and in that split-second decision, I noticed that Alchemist had the Fire Potion, which in my opinion is his strongest one. So I grabbed that without hesitation. You'll see what Fire Potion can do later on. But just back in the shop, we had Mana Engine, which reduces cooldowns by 30% and has a little bit of a damage component to it. But Thieves' Black Steel Dagger, in my opinion, the strongest item in the game, always has been, and for the meantime still remains. That basically just means that every time you hit an enemy or do damage, you get a stacking buff of extra critical chance up to 40%. It only lasts for 3 seconds, but as long as you're persistently hitting enemies, you always have 40% crit chance, which for a build like this where you've got all these will-o-wisps on the screen and all of this big damage going all over the place, it's very, very good. And you can see some of Alchemist using that Fire Potion right there. Big damage. More big health orbs, don't even need them, no damage taken. Coming in here, I see skulls, I see Rider that I could break, but then I saw Wind Armor, and Wind Armor is probably the second best mobility item. It has a chance, I think a 30% chance, to instantly reset the cooldown of your dash. So you can spam dashes if you get lucky constantly. You'll see, yeah, you'll see a few rapid dashes where I get 3 or 4 dashes out for extra speed. The best mobility item, I would say, is Sylphid Wings. The one that gives you one extra jump and 70% more movement speed in the air. You start to almost realistically fly when using that. Coming into the shop, we have Explosive Arrow. Having a hard time deciding what to get rid of. Getting rid of the Hate Stone, I figure, you know what, a lot of enemies are dying quicker than they have a chance to hit me, because Hate Stone, if you're not aware, isn't a bad item. Hate Stone gives you also 55% magic, the same as Ceremonial Dagger, but for 3 seconds after you get hit. And in a speedrun where I'm throwing my life around like it matters nothing to me, you get that 55% magic damage quite a lot. But at the same time, Explosive Arrows synergizes very well with Alchemist and Reaper's Will-O-Wisps. Alchemist because everything he does is a projectile. I choose to get rid of the Ancient Incense right there. I don't have a Quintessence yet, and the idea is if I hold on to it when I don't have a Quintessence, and I can't guarantee getting a good one, or I don't already have one, it's kind of a wasted item slot, like realistically. So we're gonna get rid of it. And move into the Sisters fight. The Sisters are going to start in on us, and in the beginning here, it's kind of just a matter of picking and choosing when and where I get my damage in. I'm just gonna throw potions at the Sisters. Alchemist doesn't have very high recovery on his abilities, so he can kind of do whatever he wants and not get frame locked too long. Swap into Reaper and nuke down the Dominant Sister that comes in. Very nice, very nice. Swapping back into Alchemist, picking up all of the Mana Tech items scattered about to reset his Fire Potion cooldown. I want to get at least his Golem to come out. I think it was about to come out there, but I swapped in just barely too quickly, and the Golem didn't get summoned. If he did, this would have been a little bit quicker, but oh well. I jumped the gun, it seems. Swap back into Reaper. We're just looking to kill her down as quickly as possible. I don't care about damage. I'm gonna stand in the way. Not overlapping too many of those lines, but I'm okay taking a few hits to get the kill quicker. Turn around, big man. Leave. Leave. This is no place for mere mortals. We've got the Reaper rushing about, making this a very fast run. Priestess's Veil. Yeah, it's not a bad item, but I just can't squeeze it in itemization-wise. I've just realized, too, I didn't talk about Thief Armor. Thief Armor is another amazing item. Makes your basic attacks shoot shurikens, which also synergize with Explosive Arrow. So Alchemist's basic attack on its own is doing a lot. We have Piercing Wind, thanks to Thieves' Black Steel Dagger, Thieves' Armor, and Explosive Arrow. All of these ranged options can explode with the help of not Thief Armor, Explosive Arrow now. Which is just good. There's a lot of good synergy happening already. Taking more Skull Rooms, we did upgrade Alchemist back there at Arachne, so he's now unique. A little bit better. We have his second ability, the one that he always has where he summons his big golem to do a massive, huge amount of damage underneath a set location. Destroy the Berserker. That's very good for getting extra bones. And we're going to pick up our first quintessence. That is Imp, who reduces the cooldown of your abilities by, I think, 55%. So that plus Mana Engine, that's 85% less cooldown. I don't know the math behind it because the wording in the way that it works is kind of silly. There are some items where it's quite literal and other items where it's like a percentage of a percentage. All you need to know is our cooldowns are shorter, we can spam more. Coming into the third adventurer fight, I'm going to start off with Alchemist and get that big golem summon in the corner and then swap into Reaper. The good thing about the Alchemist golem summon is that the big man doesn't despawn when you swap out, so you can activate it and then swap back to your other skull, and he will stay there and keep doing damage. A pretty good option, if you ask me. We did have the option of Medusa there, but Medusa is the weaker version of Imp. She also reduces cooldown speed, but Imp actually does a lot of damage, surprisingly. Those little fireballs that get shot out, a lot of damage. And goodness, we are cleaving through this place. Getting rid of the Spirit for Mage's Necklace, just because with all the cooldown reduction plus Alchemist, spamming potions, Mage's Necklace, bit of a no-brainer. It's a great item. It's the necessary quintessential item for Little Skull. I had to come down here again because I thought my Will-O-Wisps would have cleared them, but apparently not. And then Ritual Staff. Look at this luck. This luck is ridiculous. I got rid of the explosive... No, not the explosive arrow. The insignia. I was gonna say, why would I get rid of that? And then up here we have Ravenlord, the best magic quintessence in the game. 95% bonus to magic damage. Virtually everything we're doing is magic damage. This is ridiculous at this point. The RNG is so on my side. It's fantastic. Vampire Fang, nah, ditch that. But yes, this is just obscene amounts of magic right now. We're going to summon Ravenlord in here, kill off a bunch of these enemies. I could have saved Ravenlord a little bit for this moment down here. Jump down, drop Ravenlord, and kill these guys a little bit quicker. There are a lot of moments where I've lost time, which was sad, but, you know, that happens. That happens. We have Champion there, the new and improved fighter. Destroying him gets us enough bone fragments that we'll be able to upgrade Alchemist to Legendary after the Chimera fight. Fantastic. Getting quick Legendaries. Getting, I think, Legendary Alchemist, or having 2 Legendaries before Act 4 is very big, very good, very important. And I made the same mistake again here. I'm moving forward, and there's an enemy alive. My Will-O-Wisps have not killed him, and he didn't even have that much life left either. It's definitely my desire to move, and thinking that the Will-O-Wisps are an answer for everything. Definitely better to sit back and make sure. Coming into Chimera fight, what is it? I'm gonna start in Reaper, I believe, because when you swap into Alchemist, the timer on his golem increases, so you're able to summon him a bit quicker. So I'm gonna come in here and get this damage off ASAP, swap in, get the golem going. Wait, I think the golem increase is on Legendary only, so maybe that's not the case. What I will say is that Reaper is actually quite useful for these quintessences like Ravenlord that want enemies to sit still a lot. I know some of the adventurer fights and just enemies and some boss fights in general, you can summon it and then like the priest girl will teleport away, or the hero teleports into the sky or something like that, and it completely ruins it. But it works out really well with Reaper because, especially with Harvest, that's the main point. You activate your quintessence and then trigger one of these abilities that freeze the screen. Samurai's Moonslash is another one of these examples. And you're able to have the quintessence finish doing its effect while everything's frozen in time. It's really useful. We did upgrade Alchemist at Arachne back there, like I said. Look at that wind armor proccing. So much dashing. Brilliant. Coming into Act 4, we are going to explode all of these guys. We have shurikens. We have Will-O-Wisps. We have fireballs. What else do we have? We have everything on the screen that could possibly be killing these guys in just stupid speed. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I'm being overly cautious because in Act 4, I'm still not like 100% accustomed to the spawns and where extra enemies are going to pop up. I have an idea for most rooms, but there are still some you'll notice I might start to move forward and progress, and then it's like, oh no, wait, there's dudes back here. I can't do that. Come up and grab the... Ew, iron shoes a bit of coal. No, we're going to sell those and move forward. Move forward, I say. Cleave, kill, blitz, destroy. You can see Alchemist's fire potion upgrade. He now leaves fire all over the screen. Well, all over the floor whenever he throws one of these potions. That golem summon. Nice vertical wall of death. I'm moving too quickly for my commentary. Yes, the fire potions leaving flaming trails on the ground is amazing. You wouldn't think the... Oh, that was sad. You wouldn't think the damage over time would be especially strong, but oh, it is. It is. It is really strong. So between Reaper with his Will-O-Wisps and his big harvest damage and screen clear, we have Alchemist with... Ah, that's sad again. Look, ah, that was just bad. That was just unfortunate. I mean, it's good that the Will-O-Wisps finished off the guys upstairs anyway, but that's an oof right there. Yes, we have a lot of synergy, a lot of big damage. We're going to replace the explosive arrow with shade. Now, that was kind of a hard decision to make. It didn't look like it because it was a quick one, but I was definitely not... I wasn't confident. I was like, this could work out really well because now we have a single stack in Necromancy, and Necromancy works basically like another version of Will-O-Wisps. Whenever enemies die, those little tinier white and blacky purple little spectre guys float out of enemy corpses and seek enemies, pretty much the same as the Will-O-Wisps. So now Reaper's screen killing abilities are even more dangerous. We're now going to have extra, just passive nuclear damage taking out enemies. It's fantastic. It's amazing. We're 16 minutes and 20 seconds in, and we're in Act 4. I think in some of my other runs, I'd be just barely getting rid of the Chimera by this point. It's amazing. I love how fast this run is moving, and I love the synergies. Coming into Act 4's adventurer fight. I forget who this was. Is it the... It is the priest girl. Yeah, there she is. She's better to fight than the paladin guy. I find the paladin guy stuffs too much damage with his shield, but she's annoying just because she has a phase. Yeah, look at that. She teleported out. I did my harvest thinking that it would stop her teleporting. Apparently, 4th adventurer fight, priest girl doesn't care about screen freezes. She will just teleport. But this is why she's annoying. She has a phase right here. You can't damage her in this phase. She is immune to damage. So it's a bit of just a literal waste of my time sitting there waiting for her. But that's okay. We'll cover the ground in fire. We'll cover the sky in fire, and we'll just burn her down. Sell the hunter's boots. We don't really need anything in the way of quintessences or skulls anymore, especially skulls. We are done. But more money? Yes, I will take more money. Thank you. Let's get some fire on the ground. The golem spitting facts. We've got Reaper coming out here. Reap them. Do statues have souls? Apparently so, because those Will-O-Wisps and Necromancy procs would be a nice way to explain it, wouldn't it? Come in here and destroy this little pot thing. I hate these things. They're really annoying to kill. They have so much life. They have so much life. Sometimes it can be a task to kill them. Going to go into Alchemist, summon Big Golem, cover the screen in fire, cover the screen in Reaper slashes. Big harvest right here. Yes, yes, big damage. Oh, just kill him, kill him, kill him. I've run out of stuff to say. I've run out of intelligent stuff to say. It's just a matter of me blitzing around the screen and just mad dashing like a crazy man. And we have Sylphid Wings. Now we get rid of the mad dashes. We have better mobility, I want to say. We have better vertical and better horizontal. The vertical mobility helps a lot because a lot of Act 4 is kind of like up and down, so this spot right here, and especially transitioning into the boss fights, it helps having that extra jump and the extra mobility in the air. Shoutouts to Postampus for following during the run. Welcome, dude. In the shop, we have Infinite Bone, getting rid of Thief Armor. Infinite Boner, what an amazing find. One of the best items in the game as well. Absolutely broken, sheer broken stupidity. If you get a really strong ability in it, or just like in general, having Infinite Bone makes it all the better. If you have Infinite Bone on Lich with Death Trap, it's ridiculous. If you have it on Alchemist with his potion spam like I'm doing here, it's ridiculous. If you have it on anyone, it makes every skull just better and fun. And as you'll see as we progress through the run, it means that Reaper gets to spam a few. Here we go, Harvest, do it again, do it again. I'm not doing it again? Why am I not doing it again? I had a second Harvest there. Silly Beelz, probably didn't notice. Yeah, look at that. See, that's why you should have harvested, dude. Lost a little bit of time there. Bad, bad. We have the Necronomicon. I'm getting rid of Broken Mana Engine because there's just sheerly nothing else. There is nothing else that I want to get rid of. But an extra stack of Necromancy and that extra 50% magic attack, delicious. This room right here. I'm going to take notes and try and learn from this room. Every single time I try and leave, it is not time to leave. It is just not time to leave. Look at that damage, big man! Oh! And here I am trying to leave again. No? What? There's more? How many dudes spawn over here? Quick. Kill these guys. Is that it? Are we done? Are we done? Really? Okay, for sure, finally, thank you. Note to self, there's at least 3 spawns there. Coming into this location, uh-oh. We have one of these big orby dudes. Gonna harvest him down. I probably could have or should have saved it, but you know what? We've got Alchemists with fire spammies all over the place, so I'm not even worried. Now look at that, the fire on the ground, the big golem, explosions! What's on the screen? I don't even know. I've lost track of what's happening. Everything that could be destroyed is destroyed. That guy behind us died. I don't even know how. I don't even know how some of these guys have died. There's just effects everywhere. We are on our way to St. Joan. St. Joan II, Esquire. Publishing daily guides on how to be a really annoying boss. Step 1. Be a 2-part boss where the first phase is just you beating up totems on the side. But, little does Joan know, we have Reaper, and we have Alchemist with the big damage. Oh, that totem goes down. Ravenlord, Fire, Reaper. Look how fast these things are going down. And the reset. Do it again. Do it again. Ah, 1400 crit. Destroyed. Destroyed. Now, moving into phase 2 here, I'm fully aware that Reaper's Sentence is going to hurl me off the side of the map. So I'm going to Sentence from far away, just barely stay on. Swap into Alchemist. Throw lots and lots and lots of fire just everywhere. Everywhere. And summon the big golem. There we go. She's almost dead. She's almost dead. Harvest. She's dead. Alchemist with fire potion spam and infinite bone and lots of magic. Brilliant. Swanezio. Now, that, you could debate whether or not keeping Ravenlord is a wiser decision for killing the hero. I choose to take Swanezio because the Quintessence itself has a greater chance of hitting the hero on the screen and doing maximum damage. Plus the reduction in cooldown. What is it, 70% I think now? It's been nerfed a bit. It's either 70 or 80% less cooldown. But that's just synergizing so well with our ritual stuff. I know we got rid of Mana Engine, but we are still maintaining short cooldowns. We are just spamming skills, living with thrills. It's just, ugh, it's amazing. Come into the shop, grab some food. Even Archdemon was there. We have seen all but one of the legendary quintessences in this run. Incredible. And funny enough, my first speedrun that was uploaded of the full release was Shadow Knights. Pretty cool. Killing off all these statues. There's not much else to say about Act 5, it's just us progressing. Hop, hop, hop. Why didn't I triple jump there? Am I forgetting that I have Sylphid Wings? Don't forget that you've got Sylphid Wings. You can see me jump spamming a lot. Just because Reaper's aerial attack, thanks to Sylphid Wings, is quicker than sitting on the ground and spamming basic. But look how fast that room was cleared. That room was just bullied thanks to all of our damage. The Necromancy, the Will-O-Wisps, Reaper's Harvest. Ah, it's delicious. Hello, first hero. I've come to claim your soul. Come on, let's start this. Starting off, Harvest, Swanezio. Harvest again. Harvest again, that's 3 harvests. Harvest number 4, oh wait, Sentence, and then Harvest 4. Harvest 5, can I get 5? 5 harvests in the beginning of this fight. That's infinite bone for you. And the hero's going to land here. I'm going to just stand on him. He is sitting still, so I'm going to take full advantage of that and drop my golem on him. And then bully him a little bit more in Reaper. Get all those potions out on the screen. Another harvest. More. See the potion damage? It's incredible, that fire. Now, they've buffed this phase. This is in 1.0.2. They've buffed this phase where he no longer takes damage when he does this. Before he did, and I would have killed him if this was before the update. But no, the hero now has to have an invincible phase, an invincible attack where he doesn't get damaged. Doesn't matter, he goes down either way. Now, here I pop Swanezio and Harvest. He sits still long enough that Swanezio hits him. That's what I like about it. We're gonna swap into Alchemist, get the fire all over the screen, the big golem spawn, go back into Reaper. At this point, I don't care about my health. The hero is half dead. I'm half dead, but I've got a second life, and he's got a much worse second life than me. I don't lose all my power when I die. I just basically stay the same. He, on the other hand, is going to lose that life and progress into sad, weakened hero mode. Oh no, he powered down. What a shame. Down we go. The strategy, you guessed it, I'm going to pop Swanezio, spam big boy damage, and kill him as soon as I can. Let's go. There's Swanezio, there's the swap, there's some harvests. He's already down past half. More harvest. I dodged, or I could have harvested, but I just dodged out and swapped to Alchemist. There he goes, he's done. Down he goes. Let's pop out and run down. And that's gonna be that. Oh, hello there, little dung beetle. That's the fastest speedrun I've done so far since the official release, the 1.0 release. I don't think I'm gonna beat this anytime soon. Too many good things, too much good RNG occurred in this run. But I hope you enjoyed, I hope it was in some way informative, and yeah, with all of that said and done, I gotta get out of here, guys. I'll catch you later. Have a good one.